a JRPG game that's a game. We're doing the New Game Plus version of the game though, so I'll be bringing over characters and well, levels and stuff, because let's face it, I'm trying to build up levels, but I thought why not actually use this as a let's play, so here's the intro.
Anyone, please, save me. Zero Dimension Neptunia Z!
Game industry. A world which exists outside of our reality, where 4 CPUs protect and rule above each nation. The nation where CPU Purple Heart rules, Planetoon. The nation where CPU Blackheart rules, Last Station. The nation where CPU Whiteheart rules, Louis. The nation where CPU Greenheart rules, Leanbox. In the past, game industry had been exposed to threats such as the deity of sin and the CPU of the ancient nation of Tari. But thanks to the efforts of the 4 CPUs, a lasting era of peace has been maintained. However, as they enter the CPU shift period, their enduring reign is approaching its end.
Taking a nap in the warmth of the Planetoon sun is the best. Although, I kind of feel like I just had a super creepy dream. Ah! What was that noise? If I didn't know any better, I'd say that sounded like something of the afternoon. Yeah, this isn't weird at all.
Someone, save me!
Huh? Is that a voice?
Someone, anyone, save me! Save the Zero Dimension!
Hello? Someone there? Come on, answer me! That's so weird. I could have sworn I heard it coming from around here. Hmm? Wait, what's this on the ground? It almost looks like a game console? But who even makes this? It's got a white body, a swirl mark. Even a sophisticated game sommelier like myself has never seen anything like this. Well, I don't see anyone around here, so I guess I'll just deposit this at the Basilicon for safekeeping. Yeah. Hey, Nepgear, look and look! I found a super cool vintage game console.
Oh, really? Maybe we can try playing it later. Also, welcome home, Neptune. I'm glad you made it back safe and sound.
This kid is Nepgear. She may seem older, but don't be fooled. She's my little sister, the CPU candidate of the nation, Planetoon.
Neptune, where in game industry have you been? This is not the time to be goofing off. I will not forgive you today.
Ah! It's Isti! This small fairy-looking girl is Histoire, or Isti, as I like to call her. Planetoon's first CPU created her in order to keep a record of the nation's history, and right now, she acts as Planetoon's oracle. She's cute till she opens her mouth and turns into a little dictator. It's a character flaw that I'm gonna talk to the writers about soon because...
Neptune, listen to me. We're in the midst of game industry's shift period, and this is simply not the time for brash behavior.
Ah, come on, Isti, lighten up! It's just a little old shift period. Wait, what is that again?
Even though I had explained it so thoroughly, I will explain it once again. So please, listen. The CPU shift period is the season when citizens begin searching for new CPUs to follow, instead of placing their faith in those already presiding. We're currently in the window of time when rumors about the CPUs will begin circulating, tarnishing their reputations. In fact, at this very moment, the other CPUs have been working relentlessly to prepare specialized teams to counter any allegations.
I'm totally fine. This is Planetoon we're talking about, Isty. My people love me. Besides, isn't Noir the only one who's made an actual team? Vert has that MMO tourney, and Blanc has Rookie Novelist Awards coming up soon.
Dear me, why is it that all the CPUs lack a mature and appropriate sense of danger?
Hey! Don't just lump me in with those lazy idiots, Histoire!
Oh, by the way, this girl is Noir, the CPU of Last Station, the nation next door. She's a friendless, lonely soul. Aren't you, Noir?
You shut up! I'm not lonely!
That's just the way the cookie crumbles. Anyway, Neptunia, think you could fix this console? It looks like it's pretty broken.
I'm not sure if I can. It doesn't look like technology I'm familiar with. May I inspect it for a moment, Big Sis?
It cannot be helped. It appears I will be constructing a solution on my own for Planetoon's safety yet again.
Anyone, please. Save us!
Huh? Neptune! Did you hear that?
Oh, I knew I heard something earlier. Good work, Neptunia. Where's it coming from?
This is gonna sound weird.
Just got a thing saying... I'm pretty sure I sent Ian invite players. Let's see. Right.
But I think this came from inside this console. Oh!
What in the... What is this? Why are we getting swallowed up in our own realm?
Oh no! What should we do? I can't move! Neptune!
We're getting sucked in! Ah!
So they got sucked into basically a Dreamcast. Yeah, I should probably point out literally every single character is based off a games console of some kind.
Neptune? Neptune? Please, wake up! Neptune, please!
Oh, come on, Neptunia. Give me 10 more minutes.
This isn't the time to be sleeping. Look around!
Ugh, you're so noisy. Wait, did Isty find out we're slacking off to fix that console? Has she finally morphed into a bloodthirsty demon? Huh? Oh, right. This is just a dream. Okay, well then. Night, Nepgear. Turn the lights off on your way out, okay?
Oh, it's not a dream, Neptune! Get up!
No, this can't be possible. I mean, we were just in our room, right? Why would we suddenly be in a place like this?
I don't know. When I came to, we were just here. What happened?
Well, I don't really know where this is, but I don't think it can be helped. The city's collapsed, there are weird cracks in the sky, but you know, this is totally a normal occurrence in games.
Neptune, even if it happens often in games, this should not be happening here, in reality.
Yeah, but let's not sweat the small stuff, alright? Hey, there might be some NPCs out and about. Let's go for a walk. I'm sure that'll be 10 times better than moping around in a place like this.
Yeah, you're right. It's better than just waiting around for an event to appear.
That's the spirit. Let's go.
This is the only way to truly enjoy tea.
So good I can actually add my team.
No one's around.
That's pretty weird. You'd think there'd at least be a cat, a hologram, or something. Hey! Anyone here?
There's something really eerie about this place, Neptune. Those cracks running through the streets and buildings don't seem like regular cracks.
Wait, they're all green and pretty. I feel like if I stared at them long enough, they'd suck me right in.
There are similar cracks in the sky, too. It's almost as if the fabric of space and time itself has cracks in it. And these buildings, they feel familiar. Kind of like some of the ones we have back in Planetoon. No, it couldn't be.
Would Planetoon look like this if we were to enter an apocalypse?
Don't say things like that! That's bad! When I look more closely, I don't recognize any of these areas. So I don't think it's Planetoon.
Doi! Come on, little Neb. That city's my backyard. I'd recognize it if I was walking around it blindfolded. Well, it does us no good to keep brooding here. Forward march!
Where does her confidence come from at times like this, I wonder?
My confidence, you ask? It's obviously because I'm the main character. No matter what happens, we'll make it through with my pro-tag rule set.
I hope so.
That was just kinda loud is all. It's just a run-of-the-mill first battle baddie. See, Neptunior? My pro-tag rule set has found local person number 1.
No, Neptune! No matter how you look, I don't think we can converse with it. It's full of murderous intent.
I guess so, huh? And here I thought we'd finally run into someone else besides us. But if the enemy is raring to go, we've no choice. Nepgear, let's transform and stomp it.
Right!
Behold my power!
Processor unit, set! Huh?
But nothing happened? Hey, that's dangerous! Oh, I see. You don't know it's against the rules to attack during a transformation sequence.
I don't think a monster will understand even if you tell them that.
I don't know why we can't go HDD, but we have to take care of the enemy in front of us first. Let's go for it!
Okay!
Oh, right.
Let's start the tutorial battle. Everyone, use this fight to learn the basics, alright? Okay, it's a promise.
I've never seen this monster before. It looks strong. I'll have to focus.
Never fear, Nepgear. This is a tutorial battle, so no matter how crazy they look, we'll win.
Hey, Ian.
Okay.
Hey,
How you doing?
I'm doing alright, thanks.
Are you ready?
Good. I thought I'd try something new.
Okay.
I should note my characters are probably overpowered for this part of the game.
I'm the protagonist. Of course
Okay.
I win. Easy peasy. We didn't even need HDD.
Oh, speaking of, I did have a look at 2K19, by the way.
Oh,
Hmm?
We have a story mode.
Neptune! It's our shares!
Huh?
We actually have a story mode this time
I
round
can't feel our shares at all.
Right.
Yeah, right.
for your creative characters. That you also can create your own money in the bank briefcase. You get a few extra match types. We even have 3 team matches,
So, to be missing.
like a 4-corner match or a 3-corner match.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's
So you can have like 3 tag teams or 4 tag teams against each other. So I thought that'd be a cool idea for later.
things people have in CPUs. It's impossible for them to be at 0. And for us to be unable to transform in a post-apocalyptic horror world
Where's this
like
the Nintendo girl?
we're going to be
She's a
sterilized.
Sega Game Gear. Well, she's meant to be. These two are meant to be. These two are meant to be Sega characters.
That
Like
monster we just fought?
Neptune is meant to be like a Sega Mega Drive or something, and Netgear is meant to be a Sega Game Gear.
Nope. And I kind of
But these are the things that Chris Chan thinks are real.
It was my first time too. Unfamiliar monsters in an unfamiliar land. Where the goodness are we? Can we actually get out of here alive? I've tried contacting Histoire, but the end gear keeps dropping out of range, so I can't connect to the phone or the internet.
It'll be just fine. You worry too much. Just leave everything to your big sis. And let's be real here. Roaming around strange new lands, beating up monsters is way better than working at a boring desk.
Neptune, I think you only feel that way because you hate working.
The only thing I hate is not having fun. Come on.
You just
when
broke
you
up.
smile,
So, I
let's keep
see.
moving.
Okay.
I haven't really heard anything from Ollie recently, so
Right.
Lead mid-range
you sound a bit tired. Are you all right?
Who to choose?
I'm fine, it's just I'm trying to concentrate.
Ah, I see.
Because of the,
To my view.
having a bit of a bad reception here.
Oh dear.
Here! Lead mid-range support to me. I'll shoot them down. How's it look? How's that?
Yeah, I had to delete a lot of games off my the PlayStation.
Oh, that's a shame.
Does this suit me?
Yeah, it's it's just to make room for the new stuff that I'm getting.
That makes
Does
sense.
this suit me?
Yeah,
It's gotta suck though, but
I know, but some of them I wasn't using anyway. Well,
I
haven't used for a
understand.
while.
I've had to cut a lot of mine, and I cut a lot of mine out here and there as well.
How is it?
Yeah.
Boing! Boing! Like a cake.
Yeah, I got rid of all the Marvel Alliance stuff.
Well, we're not really going to use it, and quite frankly, I lost so much interest in it because when we were playing it with Jack, he kept hogging all of the upgrades, so what's the point?
Yeah. And besides that, Marvel Alliance 2 just crashed on me at one point.
That's just ridiculous.
I know. So I thought, well, never mind. Forget it. I've deleted Vampire as well.
Oh, shame.
It is a shame, but the thing was, I was losing interest in it.
Ooh,
I
check
can
this
kind
out.
of understand that.
Wonder what happened here.
Yeah, I mean, it's not so much of the
Figure out where we are.
dying thing. I mean, I can get over that. It's just that I wasn't really getting into the story.
Yeah, the story just seemed like it's somewhere else.
What? What is this?
And it kind of felt restricted.
Well, to be fair, that the streams did seem to drag on, mainly because what we were doing didn't seem to be progressing towards a story.
Look over there. I see somebody.
Yeah, so I didn't have the time or the patience for
I
it.
think it's a girl.
I can sadly understand that.
She's surrounded by a bunch
Yeah,
of scary
I mean,
monsters.
why do I want to play a game that's only like meh to me?
Let's go.
Well, I can be
Well, you
playing
can
a
say
game
at
that's
least-
awesome.
You can at least say that you did give it a chance.
I did give it a chance, yeah.
We got quite a few streams out of it, but admittedly that there wasn't really much to it.
Like a kangaroo.
It's not a game I would rush back to playing.
Well, let's face it, we barely did get back to playing it when we did have the chance.
It is my turn. Prepare yourself. I've been underestimated.
So I've gone for,
Yeah,
this is the
I
new... Sorry, what?
Total.
I ended up deleting Lego Marvel Superheroes 2.
That is actually a surprise.
Yeah, because it was.
It's my turn.
I just thought, what's the point in continuing? It's buggy as hell.
That is a shame.
I mean, it bugged out when as I tried to progress and trying to get like a mini kit. So I
That's
couldn't get
annoying.
100. Yeah, and I couldn't get completion. And I even went as far as get one of the downloadable content, the Guardians of the Galaxy 2 one, Volume 2 one,
Yeah.
and that was buggy as hell. I couldn't even progress.
Well, then
It's
it makes sense that you
it's
wouldn't
like-
bother if you can't 100% it. What's the point?
I know, and the thing is, it bugged out at the very beginning of the DLC.
And there was no patch updates.
Not at the time, no.
Ah.
And I was stuck playing Baby Groot, dancing around to Mr. Blue Sky, and the only thing I could do was kill a bunch of these creatures, which I got a mini kit for, okay, but the thing was, it wasn't letting me switch characters so I can defeat this boss that they were fighting.
That just sounds... It just sounds ridiculous if they haven't fixed that.
What's inside?
So I got to see a bit of 2K19. From what I'm hearing, apparently 2K have heard that people didn't find the other games as fun, so they've focused more on that. So we get a big head mode, we get a load of other new options put in, which looks it looks pretty good so far.
What's inside?
I did see a bit of the career mode. I mean, you start off as a character that spends most of their time in the indies, and you work your way up. But it's not. You know, the problem with career mode last year is that it just felt like ticking boxes. This one, you're literally, got a story. You're literally in a storyline from the beginning where you're living in a van and you're trying to progress to get a job in WWE, and then someone attacks you and screws up your chance of getting a job. And there's voiceover work, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Chance to round them all off. Now, who to choose?
But the biggest question is, why would you want to get a job in the WWE?
Well, that's the thing. The storyline seems to be that you go back to the indies after your first match is against this random created wrestler, which is fair enough. and then you wrestle a match against Braun Strowman, which you're meant to lose. Well, which you lose anyway. But then you get attacked by a fan out back, so then you lose your opportunity, and then you go back to the Indies, and you're trying to build the company to be like a threat to WWE. Also, they've improved the cage match. You don't need to climb out the top or do a special move in the corner to get out anymore. And you've got an oh my god moment where you actually smash through the cage.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this here is the character Chris Chan thinks is living in his body.
We're about halfway through evacuation. I'd advise you start heading back now.
She's meant to be a Dreamcast.
What the hell? Are you freaking kidding me? We need to get
Yeah, the little swirl on... She's got a little swirl on her tie, and the console that they're stuck in at the moment is actually a mock Dreamcast. But Chris Chan actually thought he'd absorbed her like, into his body by having his Dreamcast on for 24 hours. Oh, good God in heaven.
I'm just glad we finally ran into someone.
He's singing birthday to someone.
Oh, God.
In his own way, with his own version of the birthday song.
Oh, God.
And that's pretty much it.
Whoa.
That makes sense.
Chill out, lady. I'm just trying to...
You're not half bad. The name's Uzume Tenoboshi. What's yours?
Neptune. It's Neptune.
Your name's freaking hard to pronounce.
I get that a lot.
You're a lot stronger than you look. You're like the perfect prelude to it.
Dang it! Just listen to me. We're already super tired from getting sucked into that crazy vortex, and I'm just trying to get back.
Sorry, but I'm not the type to get all cozy with the enemy. If you think you can fool me by pretending to be human, you've got another thing coming.
We're not enemies.
I wonder if they make a character based on the Philips CDI.
Seriously?
Oh, God, it
No,
wouldn't surprise me that some of the villains in this game are based off actual game companies and their giant mechas. There's also I've also got all the DLC characters, some of which end up being based off actual games as well. Like, there was a character called... Yeah... called Tekken.
Wait, stop, you two! Your name was Uzume, yes? Like my sister said, we have no intention...
I can just imagine the Philips CDI character is like, gee, it sure is boring around here.
Oh, God. Well, there is an Xbox character. There is an Xbox character called Vert who's just got a big, massive chest, but she doesn't have a little sister unit because the Xbox never had a handheld.
Why are you picking fights with strangers?
My bad. I was getting a little too hyped.
But which Xbox?
The 360.
There are still a few stragglers. All right, whoever you girls are, this is
She's
gonna
meant to
have
be the
wait until I clean
360.
this up.
Noir is meant to be a PS3,
Off this spit.
and Blanc is meant to be a Nintendo Wii.
It's too late for that. Here we go.
And when they turn into goddess forms, they actually turn into, like... God damn it. Fine. I've got to have her in my party now.
All right, step right up, you ugly sacks of flesh. My name is Uzume Tenoboshi, and you're all already dead.
My turn!
Emergency!
I hope you bring lots of spaghetti.
Oh, God. A Philips CDI character. That would just be perfect.
I call this Umio Heaven.
And it would be like, it'd be a joke character though.
Well, there are joke characters in this game that are around. I mean, there's literally a character called Underling.
Yeah.
I don't think she appears in this one, but she's a recurring character in the main series.
Yeah. But the Philips CDI character would be the biggest joke of them all.
Dungeon clear!
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue this series and actually have that as a thing.
Really over?
Since, again, this is like I think this is like the 7th game in the series,
Underlings, are you?
not including all the spin-offs, and it's the first time they've actually brought a character in that's,
But
you know,
like I said before, we aren't here
a
to fight.
Dreamcast. There's even like scouts in the game you can send off to other areas. That's basically just Mario and Luigi.
Can't believe it.
How many times do I have to nepping tell you? We aren't the bad guys.
Oh yeah, the joke is that
I
Neptune's an
mean it like
idiot.
that. It's just I can't remember the
Yeah.
last time I've seen people.
Yeah, that's literally her entire character trope, is that she's fully aware that she's a character and that she's a game protagonist.
It's okay. I'm just so glad you
But she's also an idiot until she activates her goddess form, and then she's actually intelligent.
I'm just relieved to know there are other people roaming around these parts.
Well, all the gods get different personalities, but one of my favourites isn't in this game because she's from a different universe. In the third one, where she's like this really ridiculously plushy girl, but then she turns into her other form and she becomes a sadistic dominatrix.
We were looking around to see if there was anyone else.
And into which she sexually abuses one of the enemies to the extent that it actually traumatises one of the children with you.
Other cities?
Failed to escape. From what?
Surviving.
Hey! I thought we cleared
This
the
reminds me of
dungeon.
an idea I came up with a little while back.
Finally.
Good. I hope this is... To be honest, imagine Neptune is like that professor in your Final Legend, except stupider. Because she does all these things. I mean, the first fight she literally just describes as the tutorial battle.
Well, this was like an idea for a completely different thing.
Ah.
Is the last boss already appearing? We didn't get blown to the end of the game or something, did we?
I don't know who or what that thing is either, but it's the one responsible for
It's
turning
about a
this
guy
city
who moves into an apartment,
into a
but
wasteland.
everyone inside it is like a manifestation of a computer game genre.
It doesn't just destroy cities.
Huh.
It destroys the earth and sky as well.
Is it subtle or satire that the PlayStation character lives in a city called La Station?
Something that giant is just too much. Please,
Um,
Neptune, tell her to back down.
Alright.
Maybe.
Now
There's
I'm
also the
getting
fact
all
that I think
fired up
Neptune is
too.
meant to also be based off the Sega Neptune that never got released.
Opponents bigger than a skyscraper? That's perfect. In fact,
The
bring
Xbox
it on.
woman lived in a place called Leanbox,
Junior,
and the Wii person lives in a place called Loey. That's a bit more Japanese
I appreciate
based.
the gesture, Neptune, but this fight is mine and mine alone.
It's useless to try
I just
to
thought
stop
that
me.
this would be
I'm
something
still
fun to
too
try, because I know
lazy to
that
listen to people all
you
the
and
time. I do what I
Ollie
want,
have your
and
own
I
things
want
you're
to
doing at this
help.
point, and this is probably something you two wouldn't touch.
If you think about it sensibly, there's no way you could win against something that gigantic.
Sorry
I'll
to
probably do
interject,
one more
but as a
DHPW
CPU,
show
it's my
before
sworn
the
duty
end
deliver
to
justice
get ready
upon
for the
one
next
responsible
next
for ruining
game.
this city.
But you'd like some of the new stuff that's in it.
You're a CPU?
Oh yeah, I guess
I mean,
I
you also get you can also get a Wyatt family compound match, which I thought would be wonderful for the Boudreaux sisters.
Run. Far away.
Uzume, let's get out of here together. I'm sure we can devise a strategy to defeat it that doesn't involve battling it head on, so...
No can do. A pack of monsters like the ones we just fought are advancing along with that giant. I gotta stop him here, no matter what. I need to create a window for the others to escape.
I'm thinking of bringing back the Red Army.
But a pack of
Oh
monsters
yeah,
too?
definitely bring. That sounds like a good idea.
Others.
Well then, with courage like that, I'm
And they could be like siding with Mr. Patriot.
Let's get
Oh,
ready to
God.
rumble.
Is this to make fun of the whole Donald Trump situation with Russia?
Like I said,
Yeah.
just hurry up and
Okay,
get out of here
perfect.
already.
Oh, speaking of, did you see Theresa May make an ass of herself this morning in the papers?
No.
Oh yeah.
She's basically blaming the EU for what is extensively her fault, and she says, I've done nothing but treat them with respect. It's like, you've done nothing but disrespect them this entire time.
Buy you some more time.
You're
Yeah.
kind of a dick.
Okay,
Dumbass.
you're right. Neptune, if you're going to fight, then I will too.
Ugh, what freaking ever! You two are so dense. Fine then. Listen, if we're gonna be fighting this thing together, then know this. We fight to win.
Thatcher would be
At
ashamed.
the very least, from
To
the
be
looks
honest,
of
she's
things,
just like
that
Thatcher, to be honest.
I wouldn't go that far.
Oh, look at that, a world fucking map.
Can't we just hang out here?
No.
such a waste of time. Nephew!
So yeah, I decided to do just to go through this game again with some of my things in, so I don't have to sub-quest. So, but this will mean that most of the boss fights do not have any challenge. Oh, I finished the Majima story, by the way.
Oh, good.
It was only three stories long. But it just had Majima fighting to get rid of these people. Basically, the thing that will starts the game's plot. He can't level up, which sucks, and can't learn any new moves. So yeah, 2K19 apparently, from what I've heard, is also faster. Also, they have changed a few things. You know the abilities you give each character, when you make them. You don't have that anymore. Your character gets 2 payback abilities that you can select before each match, including the blackout move, where you teleport where the ring goes black and you appear right behind him, which I thought would be an awesome thing for Brian Deadly and Sayo. Asian Mist. Also, I know there was something else that I thought you'd find interesting in terms of the gameplay as well, apart from it going faster, the payback abilities. Oh yeah, in the create mode you can now press the random button and just create an entirely random character with that function now. Or you can select to just change clothes or, stuff like that. I like the idea of creating your own money in the bank thing. That does seem like a good idea. And you can also walk out with it like a title. And yes, there are loot things in the game as well, but only in the career mode, but they're not the same as what they were last year. You get tokens for battling, and you level up like an RPG with your skill tree.
Let's try going here.
I'm just going to skip some of these events as they're not really necessary. I mean, this is like the prologue to the game.
Well, hey, I'm the protagonist. Of course I... Phew. I think we've taken care of all the monsters in the area.
No, we've only endured the first wave. Here comes the second.
It's a lot larger than the
I
ones
hope
we
they
just
made some
fought.
more create parts so we can make a more ridiculous Ethan Boyle outfit.
Oh, we're much more than a Whenever I have an opportunity... Hey, you mutt! This ends today!
I also thought this would be appropriate because... Oh yeah, here it is. This is the goddess transformation thing. This is the form that Chris thinks he has.
Share Crystal! Transform!
Just warning you, this is what Chris thinks is actually in his mind. He's actually going to turn into.
Who are you?
Notice a few things on her that look Dreamcasty.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so rude of you girls asking who I am. It's me, Uzume. Uzume. Let's do our best together, you two. I've been waiting. Spiral Dream! Uzume will give you a dream! Spiral Dream! Uzume's so cool!
I just thought this would be appropriate considering Chris Chan based things.
Dream! I finally won against Doggy! Doggy? But it's totally because of you guys that I defeated it. Thanks so much. Aw, shucks. No,
This is what I mean when they say they transform and their personalities become something completely different.
She's right. We're friends now. So, what's your name, CPU Uzume?
It's Orange Heart. That's so cool. I was really surprised by your transformation, Uzume. I thought you'd get even more aggressive in HDD form, but you're completely the opposite. I can't get over it. It's so crazy. Huh? Nepsy, why do you know about CPUs? Oh, duh, that's right. There was so much going on, I forgot to tell you we're both CPUs too.
Yeah, because this whole thing reminds me of that idea I came up with a while back.
Cross my heart. I am Purple
It
Heart.
is kind of a similar idea.
Planetoon, able to leap giant duggoos in a single bound.
Yeah, because what happens is, like, the main character, he's like, the first person he meets is this cute girl called Simmy.
Like I could transform and just show you.
So, you're a CPU
After a simulation,
Yes,
Of
I am.
course.
Although, technically,
which covers a wide variety of games.
Never in a million years would I have imagined I'd run into CPUs in a
Then he
desolate
meets
place like
her
this.
sister.
So cool. Oh, believe me, we're just as surprised. But I'm sure this is fate.
After like DDR and Guitar Hero and that.
Yeah.
And it also meets like her very shy sister called Puzzle.
ran out of time. Oh, right. It looked like you were
Okay, it sounds like your idea covers a few more genres than this one does.
Damn it. You're a resilient
Because this one is aware that certain genres exist,
you idiot.
but they're personified more by companies. Like there are PS Vita versions of these games, but the Vita versions were made purely due to lawsuits because they were characters from certain Japanese companies,
It's running away because of
and those companies rescinded their whole "you're not allowed to use our thing anymore," so they lost certain characters like Efi, Duck, Gust, and Compile Hearts.
It's just hurt.
I'm not satisfied that I couldn't
Yeah.
finish it off.
But the best character I came up
Finally
with
take on
is
that
Point and
giant.
Click,
Wait just a
Oh,
second,
God.
Uzume. How can you be thinking of
who is
fighting
like
that
their
giant
brother.
thing with those injuries?
What's the matter?
Is he very slow moving unless he's told
Keep going
specifically
till the
where
very
to go?
end.
You know that's not what
Well,
you mean.
basically what he is just like he has no emotions, he's just completely standstill, and he's like, and he's always accompanied by a mouse. Well, a mouse cursor thing. And the mystery is, we're not sure if he's controlling the mouse cursor or the
The mouse
controlling
cursor's
him.
controlling him, right?
Let's return the favor too. Ouch!
And every time he clicks someone, it hurts them.
Did you get hurt?
Are you kidding? It
I
takes
shouldn't be
more than
laughing at
to
that.
Take me down. Let's
Oh, and the Sonic comics are coming to the end of their first year, apparently.
evacuated?
They're apparently doing their year thing. I'm hoping that this becomes a lesson to them to review it and see how far it's fallen.
Then I can fight without. Seems like everyone was able to escape.
Because I
safely.
haven't
It's
checked
all because of
on
you
it in a
two.
while because I just do not care about what they're
Of
doing.
course. But don't
Or I
you
don't
just
care
have
for
to
the
escape
story
as
they're
well?
trying to tell.
Escape.
But
I've
the
been
sound of
waiting
things,
so
it's
long.
not
Another
really
chance
looking
at this
good for them.
giant. You just want to waste it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've done a bit of work on the next episode.
Oh, wonderful.
It has an intro where I finds out that Sonia's ditched college,
You really
Oh, God.
I do.
Too risky.
and as you say, it's one of those like laid-back art colleges.
Oh, I love
Having
the
a
art
show
college
like this
joke.
is
It's
so
never
damn
going to
long,
get
and I don't
it's
expect you
never
to
going to
give
get
an unfair
tiresome.
fight. If you want to leave,
Yeah.
then just go.
And she goes to
Hold your own with that thing when you're so beat up.
Sonic Team headquarters, thinking that she can catch Sonic in time.
Falling off my bones.
Oh, and speaking of, I wanted to put something by you. Apparently, Sega is putting a lot more stock in the Yakuza series now. I was thinking that could be a thing that they do.
What the hell are you doing?
Like, so I was thinking for an episode, like the characters from Yakuza turn up and they're like demanding, you know, the only reason they got games with Sega to begin with was because, you know, mafia protection. But they're now actually
Yeah.
becoming popular and want more, you know,
all
support from Sega, and Sonic can't comprehend anyone being more popular than him.
Push yourself, pal.
I say this because yesterday they released the Yakuza Online iOS game trailer.
Okay. Whoa, hey! Let me go, you jerks! You can't just pick me up like this! Put me down!
Yeah.
Got a good grip
And,
on that, Junior?
So yeah, Sally comes by because she thinks that she can catch Sonya there because Sonya didn't get the memo. Might have not got the memo that Sonic's on a plane to Nintendo Land.
Oh God!
You idiots getting in the way like that? How could you?
And she's like, no, Sonya's not in. And she's like,
Suzume, you're alive. A CPU
and then she's all like, how can a college be so irresponsible to not notice one of their students is missing?
No. I guess I should be thankful, so...
And she phones up the dean, who is you might not recognise this guy.
Okay.
But he's a character called Vince, and he's from Nintendo Art Academy.
Okay. I don't know that character.
Well, Art Academy is just a game where just make paintings on the Nintendo DS.
Ah.
And basically he's named after Vincent van Gogh.
Of course. Oh, speaking of, that's a joke in the new WWE game, by the way. One of the characters is nicknamed Van Gogh for reasons.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
here we go. Oh
and
yeah.
so she calls up.
Sorry, go on.
So she calls up Vince, and he's like this really spaced out Dutch guy.
I like that you specify that he's Dutch.
Well, maybe because he has a Dutch accent. He has a few Dutch. It says a few Dutch words.
Oh yeah, this is the Nintendo Wii character.
Yeah.
I'm honestly surprised that Chris Chan didn't try and have this one.
Transformation complete.
Now, who to choose?
I've also put in a story that's good, a part of the story that's going to play a big part right until the end. And it's to do with a serial killer.
Okay.
And the thing is, all the victims are Chris Thorndike.
Well, it'd be weird if it wasn't Chris Thorndike. You kind of need him to... Oh good, I actually get to show off something. Oh yeah, I did a channel update yesterday. I don't think anyone saw it, but I did an update to explain the channel, my channel's changing now.
Yeah.
I'm changing its name. I mean, if I had icons and stuff, I'd change all that too, but I can't draw for shit, so... I don't really have any logos, so I just took a few pictures that I just thought, fuck it, this'll do.
So yeah, there's a serial killer on the loose, and he's kind of leaving Sonic his calling card kind of thing. So it's like he carves on Chris's chest the name Sonic, and then he just leaves a letter.
Oh. Well, I get the feeling this is going to try and, bite him back. Oh, okay, here's references. Miss Manual, who literally exists as an in-game manual. Famitsu, $10 if you can figure out what the hell he is. None of this stuff is actually important, so...
Oh, Famitsu is the NES.
Yeah. Well, it's also a game journalism thing as well. I think it's a magazine. I think it's a website now. No, wait. The Nintendo was the Famicom. Okay, fan service time. This is how far we've fallen, Aiden. You can see why Chris likes this.
I got a fish. Would you like to make a wish?
Oh, God.
Would you like to make a wish?
I'm sure he was singing that while he saw this scene, because I think he's played this. He's got to have played this to know who she is. Now, just remember, we can blame the idea guy for this.
Oh no, it's a trap!
Oh God, that video of him running naked.
I'm a woodpecker.
Oh God. I'm gonna get... I'm worried. I'm worried this is going to be taken off YouTube now. I am actually legitimately worried now. I forgot about these scenes. I am actually worried I'm going to get an email telling me I need to take this down.
Can't we just hang out here? Goodness! Something up here! Neptunia
I really... I honestly thought when you said he was going to, he'd done a new video, I thought you were going to say something like he's done something else to demand more money.
Well, that is what it is.
Well, that is mainly what he does. Oh yeah, there's also a Final Fantasy reference in this game as well. It's a small one. But there's a character, every time she levels up, she does the Final Fantasy victory scene. Also, I found out why we won't be getting Final Fantasy VIII HD. Apparently, it costs too much money and it's not worth doing, is the answer I'm getting. Well, the way they've put it is no real reason for them to do it.
Kingdom Hearts 3 coming out in January.
Nice. Oh yeah, we got a bit more of a trailer for Resident Evil 2, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Brian Irons kidnapped Sherry. There's like a scene where apparently Brian Irons is going to be even crazier in this game. If such a thing was possible. But he kidnapped Sherry, and also Ada was shown, her outfit's changed, and she's a bit more of a sassy bitch.
Yeah, I saw her like people complaining about her outfit.
I don't really care. To be honest, they seem to have changed a lot more about her, because originally she was coming into Raccoon to look for her boyfriend John. In this one, she just says she's looking for the people responsible for all this. Oh, and Sherry's also completely aware that that thing is her dad this time round. She's fully aware that that creature is William Birkin. Because in the trailer, she's asked by Claire where her parents are, and she just said her mom's always at work and her dad, he's gone. Which is, a thing. The only thing really with Ada is that she's wearing sunglasses and a trench coat. That's really all there is to it.
I choose you.
Umio should...
There isn't really anything else to, note.
Oh yeah, there's going to be some DLC for Spider-Man.
I did see a few things on the store.
There's going to be a Black Cat mission.
Nice.
Where she makes an actual physical appearance.
Well, considering she doesn't turn up at all in the game, from what I understand, yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
I'll win this all. You're in the way. All right, defeated. Next.
I still can't believe Chris Chan has a Patreon and people actually give him money. Well, he's done that whole thing where now he won't even put his comic out unless he's... Which he didn't, to make like 10 more comics, and he didn't live up to any of it. I mean, D-Stex gave him like $1,000. You're saying that you've had an idea similar to this. Reminds me of when Ollie wrote his first novel.
Yeah.
Well, Ollie was writing this novel years ago, where he basically made this character who was meant to be some kind of god. And then he found out the Percy Jackson books existed. And then it can't. So then he just stopped writing it after he found that out.
Incoming!
Something. Invincibility time.
I'm a force of fury. Don't mess with me. All right, defeated.
So it sounds like Ollie also got the before the store, the what do you call it? He got the what was it called again? He got the Life is Strange Before the Storm.
All right.
Do our best.
I mean, I actually haven't seen him much. I know he's online. I just haven't really spoke to him much. So I don't really know what's happening, whether it's his work and, uni's kind of got him busy. But I don't see us doing any streams with him for a while until he's got it sorted. Yeah, sucks that Chris is just not as interesting to watch anymore. And again, that's what... I mean, apparently Kiwi Farms claimed ownership of him. So, you know, anyone tries to, you know, do anything to him, suddenly they can get hacked or doxed or something. Also, I haven't seen much of Darkside Phil.
But that's for the best.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard he's moved from YouTube. He's moved from YouTube, as far as I know, because he wasn't making any money. He couldn't make any money here anymore. Because he tried to have 2 Google AdSense accounts when you're only allowed to have... Oh, look, it's a Mario pipe. Plummet. So you're looking forward to doing your Nintendo Land episode?
I am, yeah.
You're just looking forward to doing Wily.
Well, Wily is going to be in this episode.
Oh, I know, because you love doing his whole thing of making him, because, you know, the whole German stereotype thing.
Well,
silence, I will have order.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping Nintendo a new one.
Look, have you heard about what Nintendo's doing with their online service for the Switch?
What?
Oh, apparently they have the worst one of them all. They're charging you for it, which it's cheaper than Sony and Xbox, but you get basically you know how if you have cloud storage for PlayStation Plus, if you stop it, then they give you 6 months to sign back on, or you lose all your cloud data. Nintendo just delete it. And also, if your Nintendo Switch breaks, which apparently they're very prone to doing, you can't transfer any of the stuff over or anything. You're stuck with it. Apparently, there's a lot of problems, and people aren't very happy with the way Nintendo's handling it. But also, Nintendo are apparently bastards at this point. They haven't really handled a lot of their online stuff very well. They also will not allow cloud saves for every game. Like, only certain games they say you can use. Which is weird, considering that Dark Souls, they've said they don't want to have it for Splatoon or Dark Souls because it'd be prone to cheaters. Even though other companies don't have to deal with that at all.
Now, who to choose?
Don't mess with me! Leave this to me! Prepare yourself! I did it! See? I can do it if I try!
You never know, we might even hear one day that Barb will have passed.
Hey,
I'll cut it out.
And it can't be that long now. She's really looking in terrible shape. And Chris's abuse. Speaking of I got a fish, would you like to make a wish?
what? A fish man? With a seriously stoic face?
The gap between his smooth voice and wild appearance is astounding.
Oh.
So you are the people Uzume wished to introduce to me. First,
Oh, is this based off Seaman?
rescue me.
Oh god, probably!
Despite his fishy appearance, his
You want to see a lovely machine in
his
action?
lines are so refined and smooth.
Isn't he adorable?
Adorable? Yeah, don't you think he could be like
It does make sense now that I think about it, because she's meant to be a Dreamcast, and Seaman was on the Dreamcast.
totally thinks it would get popular. Neptunia, do you think he's adorable?
No, not in the slightest.
Uzume, you're doing it again.
Oh!
So, yeah, that's what's up.
That being said, it is a first for me to see humans other than Uzume. I had come to believe they were all wiped out.
A first? Wiped out?
It looks as if these two young ladies...
if only it was Leonard Nimoy.
Let us move to a safer area.
But Leonard Nimoy was only the narrator.
Even so.
Returns?
It would appear we were not quick enough in our exit. He must have caught wind of us and returned.
So yeah, now that I think about it, it really is based off Seaman.
There is no time for that now. The opponent is wounded.
Of course.
It would appear we were not quick enough in our exit. It must have caught wind of us.
Oh god!
I'm gonna end our fated relationship here and now. Just watch me, Yumio. I've been waiting.
Man, you really suck at this game.
Spiral Dream! Uzume will give you a dream! Spiral Dream!
The next game needs a Chris Chan parody.
I won't let this end as a dream!
No, it doesn't.
Yippee!
Oh, come on. Just like a character based off him that you can beat up. Like a random enemy.
No, it does not need that. We do not want to give Chris any more exposure.
Thank you so
Fine.
much, Uzume.
We didn't know what we'd do when it appeared.
How can we ever thank you?
Otherwise he'll think there's hope.
It's no big deal. You guys found a share crystal for me after all.
I grant you that he thinks anything that references him
Bugs discovered.
somehow means he's popular. I mean, he still thinks he's a celebrity.
I'm sure you are all...
I mean, just remember, at the conventions, he actually sells signed photos of himself.
I choose you.
Because he still thinks he's worth a damn. Fine, we'll get no more things of Chris Chan in any video games or movies.
It's the way it has to be.
It is. I mean, I still think he needs to be documented.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yay, we've won!
He needs to be documented so the rest of humanity can learn. Oh god, imagine if there's an Atari character that has too many weapons and items so it's constantly in debt.
Yeah.
Oh, Nicole. Oh god, it is Chris Chan anyway. Look, she's bitching because she wants pudding.
Greetings. Nepsy is alive.
Pudding! Dear me, I'm finding it difficult to tell which one is actually the older sister.
Where is Leonard Nimoy when you need him?
unfortunately passed away. Oh, speaking of, have you heard that the Star Wars staff have fired Rian Johnson? The guy who did who was going to do the new one.
I know.
Well, apparently they can't hide the fact that the new Star Wars movie, it was kind of hated. I know Ollie likes it, and, you know, you're entitled to like it if you want, but let's be brutally honest. The overall... I was trying to be a bit more tactful, but yeah, the movie sucked. Most of it was completely irrelevant, or completely pointless. It was kind of stupid how they messed up how light speed worked. That whole casino scene could have just been cut. But then again, they admitted when they were making it, they didn't care about story or characters or anything, they just wanted to show off all the special effects they got. And ultimately they haven't made back any of the money that they paid to make the damn thing.
And there was the part where that guy could have saved everything, but that girl just messed it up.
Yeah, I hated that whole thing of that, you know, that guy just saying, look, we're in a dangerous situation, we're gonna die, you know, if we don't do something, you're meant to be our leader, so, you know, do you actually have a plan? All she had to do was say, trust me, I have a plan, instead of trying to keep quiet about the whole thing and then allowing a mutiny to happen. She could have stopped it, literally just by saying, I have a plan, don't worry, we have everything in order. Because I was on the side of the guy causing the mutiny. Because she did nothing to explain what her plan was. She just was like, she just said, you know, she didn't really give any answers or even any reassurance that there was even any need to not worry.
What was this?
Yeah.
For the new Star Wars movie.
Alright.
But the part I was talking about was that when that guy was going to sacrifice himself.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, that guy is sacrificing himself to destroy the enemy, and he could have done it.
Yeah.
But then the annoying girl just knocked him out of the way, and she's like, I can't let you do it because I love you.
Also, can we just talk about
idiot.
how Luke Skywalker was basically completely bitched out in that entire thing? I mean, the problem with the whole thing is that they've admitted that Rey, in their own eyes, is a Mary Sue. They admit that she's got no flaws, and, you know, she's perfect in every way, but she's not interesting as a character. Also, you know, the whole Darth Snoke thing really didn't, you know, it was kind of meh. Also, Kylo Ren sucks as a villain.
That guy could have saved everyone if he just sacrificed himself.
I mean, we still haven't got an explanation as to what anything even is, like what the First Order even is. Why it's doing what it's doing, or you know, what the hell. I mean, I don't even mind the Princess Leia Mary Poppins moment. Also, fuck the ports. You know, fuck those things.
Yeah. And it won't give us any explanation to who Snoke was.
Yeah, there was that. But the whole thing decided to do a whole, we don't need to explain we don't really need to explain anything to you.
But but Snoke was an interesting...
Or at least had the potential to be.
Yoda.
Yeah.
Seeing Yoda again was good. Other than that, everything sucked.
Oh well.
watch the prequels.
Well, if anything, I will say this, and I know Ollie completely disagreed with me. It made me, the new ones made me appreciate the prequels. That's how bad things got.
Yeah. Hell, I mean, the prequels did have some good stuff in them, I admit.
Look, yeah, there were flaws. Don't get me wrong, there are flaws in the prequels that make them bad movies, but at least they had something going on.
And some of the bad stuff was really George Lucas's fault.
Yeah. Lucas really, you know, the philosophy of he was better when he had restraints to stop him. I mean, I'm sure right now he's laughing his ass off sitting back watching the entire franchise fall to shit. I mean, they're blaming... I mean, my main issue with the new Star Wars stuff was that they blame everybody else for everything. It's never their fault. They take no responsibility for anything in it. They refuse to accept that it's, you know, flawed, and their entire argument is, if you don't like this movie, you're sexist, or you're an asshole, or you're a terrible person. It's like, no, people can objectively judge things. And if Star Wars fans don't like your movie, from what I understand, a lot of Star Wars fans, men and women, didn't like it, and Kathleen Kennedy didn't help with her whole "the Force is female" bullshit, which was unnecessary. The Force doesn't have a gender, it's kind of just, you know, there. But she's taken no responsibility for the failures, and it's always everybody else's fault. It was, oh, it's a Russian hack. No, it isn't. It's one guy literally hacking our pages and stuff and putting all these bad reviews out. No, it isn't. Hell, at one point, the Solo reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, most of them were for Deadpool 2. But there wasn't actually any for, like, any positive ones for Solo. I mean, I think Solo would have sucked anyway.
You're 10 years too early.
Okay.
I'll crush you.
And let's face it, Star Wars Battlefront 2 didn't help.
Thanks everyone for all your help.
Ooh, this
I'll
looks...
show you that I'm capable too. I've been waiting. Total victory.
I'll beat you to a bloody pulp.
I've been waiting. Delta Slash. Easy. Total victory. Found an item.
So I take it our next stream on your channel will be for Spider-Man.
Yeah, possibly.
Well, we're not going to be going back to Vampire from the sounds of it.
I win.
So what other games are you planning to get in the next few months?
Well, there's 2K19, obviously.
Well, yeah. I mean, I just a note. I may get that early. I may be able to get that early because apparently the version I've ordered the specific version I've ordered will be available 3 days before it's meant to be out. So I might do a stream of that to begin with. So, anything else other than 2K19?
Well, there's Lego DC Supervillains.
Nice.
That's it so far.
Nice.
Miss Uzume is here.
Oh good, boss fight.
So, you're my opponent? My turn. Delta Slash! Child's play.
So tired. Olio, come forth!
I no longer have doubts. Neptunia, go! What is this robot? All right, the final strike. I'm more than enough. Metali Schlag!
That was an attack. Let's end this. Delta Slash! Ha! Child's play.
Ta-da! Uzume's turn! This is a pain! Here, my spinning thread! Okay! Uzume's so cool! It's a victory for hope, dreams, and the latest technology! Oh. Did we do it?
Yes, we've defeated that monstrosity.
We did it! We did it! We won against that giant! Thank you so much, Neptune Gearsy.
I am still concerned this is going to be pulled off YouTube for reasons.
Huh?
Our force still here, right?
Oh, that's right! That old lady appeared so fast, I completely forgot!
Oh, Nicole. Nicole's been going through a whole... We think she's teething,
Now then.
but we can't be sure at this point.
Perhaps
Oh,
we should
does she have anything to chew on?
captivity and interrogate her.
Nothing except a pacifier, because she's not really old enough to chew on anything on like a teething ring yet.
Teething ring, but she's too young.
Yeah, she's too young for the teething ring.
More than you.
Oh.
Aggravating.
Drugs.
I will have to withdraw for the time being.
Yeah, well,
We were not ready to take her on.
I mean, the next few months, I mean, next month I'll be grabbing 2K19, but I'll also be grabbing My Hero Academia.
My leg.
Yeah.
Mine.
So I might stream that depending,
Same here. A shame.
because Frog Waifu is in the game, and also All Might is just...
No, I just thought that it'd be great to drink
There's
some
so many
cold
Donald
cheese
Trump
and
jokes to
warm up.
make.
Then once we get back to base. Although, I think I just need to sit here for a little while.
Really need to
I'm
plan what
also-
I'm going to do for my final show for DHPW before I switch to 2K19.
Are you okay, Uzume? Why are
Because
I'm also
I wanted
thinking of getting
I
the
finally
new
put my
Tropico
giant
game.
sweet under,
Oh,
and I can take that
nice.
excitement.
I've heard good things about them.
Although I
Yeah, they're a really fun game.
I would appreciate if you'd
I want to do something with
It's
Mr.
like-
Patriot for the final show as well.
Whoa. He has ears even though he's a fish. Wonder
I
why
would
he's
appreciate
so
if you'd refrain from yelling right into my ear.
Stayed here by my side.
I miss Leonard Nimoy now.
Thank you. Man,
It's not
all I
Leonard
keep doing is
Nimoy.
giving thanks. Whew.
I know, but I want him to narrate.
Hell, I can't even stand.
Seeing Seaman just makes me think about him and think, I just want him to narrate things.
rest. You've earned it.
Yeah.
He was like
You
Morgan
work so
Freeman
very
before
hard.
Morgan Freeman was Morgan Freeman.
By all means, you've earned it.
I'm home!
Did you know there was a Seaman 2?
I actually did not know that. Allow me to explain. But seriously, there was a second one.
Yeah. And he can evolve even further.
Oh, nice.
So he can actually become like a proper, like, human.
You know, I never got to play Seaman.
Hmm.
In my where I was when the Dreamcast first came out, I didn't really have an income. Or when I did, there wasn't really much you could grab for it. Like the stores where they did the games in my area really only did like the fishing stuff.
She cannot interfere or change large-scale events, but she does possess. Excuse me, young lady. Would you like to see a love machine in action?
Oh God!
I'm surprised you noticed.
Oh yeah, I was talking to Liz, and this morning I found a thing of like a Iron Man coffee machine, and the whole Tony Stark character came out again. Only Tony Stark. Only Tony Stark. Nothing gets me harder than saying my own name, Tony Stark. And Tony Stark's coffee is even better.
But not as good as Tony Stark. Ever since I was a little boy, I wanted to grow up to be Tony Stark.
But I was just mini Tony Stark, which is still pretty damn good. I should also note, too, if anyone does watch this in the end, that the whole characters leaving the party because of plot convenience isn't going to be an issue, because, again, New Game Plus, literally everyone stays in. All the citizens will wear tights all the time. In fact, forget I said that. Why? You're fighting or racing games with other people and you're adventuring RPGs together. I really hope, no, I'm going to do it. I'll create a fun, wonderful nation.
Oh.
What?
Telltale is no more.
You what?
Apparently, Telltale's no more.
Oh yeah, I saw that this morning. Telltale's gone. Well, that sucks. Also, you know, a few days ago it was the 25th anniversary of the Sonic Sat AM.
Oh yeah.
I missed it. I'm really not looking forward to the Sonic movie, and I'm sorry, I can't give it a chance. I just feel when humans are added to the mix, that's when everything goes to shit. Because it's just like, it's not what Sonic's about.
Aren't you a little curious about it?
No! I mean, the only
To
curiosity... No, I don't even have the curiosity to see how bad it is, because at this point, I have sat through Sega fucking things up on a regular basis. I'm not even curious enough to go back and play Sonic Unleashed.
Well, you're not even a little bit curious to see who's going to play the characters?
I don't think it matters. At this point, it doesn't matter. I mean, Jim Carrey as Robotnik is worrying enough. Okay.
I'm not saying it's going to be good.
No, I'm not going to go to the cinema to see this. If I see this movie, it will be on reduced DVD at CEX for £1, if that. I don't want to give... Yeah, or Netflix. This thing does not deserve to make money.
Well, I probably might go and watch it.
Don't give these people money, please. I mean, hell, I believe in supporting certain movies. Like, I believed in supporting Deadpool 2. I even believe in supporting anime when it comes to the cinemas. Like, up here they're putting the My Hero Academia movie in cinemas this month. And I support that,
well,
but...
I'm not supporting it.
By going to the cinema, you kind of are. You're giving them money.
Well, I'm just curious, you know.
Well,
I
I'm
want to know
curious
how bad it can be.
Yeah, but even so, it's like that whole thing with the Emoji Movie. Everyone knew the movie was going to be terrible, and they didn't... If you give them money, they're going to think, oh, people still went to see it, so it must be good, and they'll make more of this crap. And I'm sorry, but I think the Sonic movie is going to be a fucking disaster. Not Super Mario Brothers, levels of bad. I mean, it could have been worse. They could have made Sonic human and completely missed the entire point.
I'm tired.
And then that picture you sent would have actually made way too much sense. Also, remember next month, the Fist of the North Star game comes out as well. Which apparently Kiryu is going to be free DLC.
Come on, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
So I'm thinking of what to do with Mr. Patriot for the next show. I want to give him like a goodbye moment, at least for now. I mean, maybe even make him a manager at this point, like scouting talent. But make him so ignorant he can't tell other people are from other countries. So, oh yeah, take it you saw the PS1 Classic.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm the only person to think this, but I do think it's not a good... I think it's a terrible idea. Or at least the way they're doing it right now, with only 20 or something games on there. And only about 1 or 2 of them are even really worth picking up because you can't really get them anywhere else. Oh, hush, baby girl. So have you got ideas of what your villain's going to be in the in the DC supervillains thing?
Haven't decided yet.
I don't think I could make a villain that isn't anything that's, you know, not a parody.
But I think it's good because they brought back Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill to play Batman and Joker.
Nice. Oh, speaking of DC-based things, you heard they basically got rid of the guy who played Superman in the last few movies.
Well, I heard a rumour.
Yeah, apparently he's gone completely now.
Yeah.
How can you have pudding if you don't eat your meat? A strawberry chocolate banana crepe. At this point, it's just filler. Then I've actually gotten like 20 minutes of them just wasting time looking for pudding.
Let's try going here.
Let's go! One-on-one!
My turn!
Now, to choose. You're so damn lame. You're in the way! You were such a pain! Take this! Yeah! Disappear! Yeah! Don't underestimate me! Thanks everyone for...
I choose you! I'm getting fired up!
I'll end this all. You were such an enemy.
I'll blow you away! I'll take credit for that one.
Ah, an old style arcade. I miss these kind of places. I don't really want to have to go down to Skegness to go see one. Oh, I finally got to catch up with South Park, by the way.
Right.
I got to see some of the stuff with Mr. Garrison making things worse for Tweak. Because he keeps pissing off Kim Jong-un. So, like, Tweak tries to make peace with North Korea, so he, like, makes muffins. And then Kim Jong-un apparently likes them, and then Mr. Garrison, being Donald Trump, basically goes on Twitter and says, yeah, I know Tweak, and I bet he took a shit in the batter. Though I've heard that Final Fantasy VII is going to be on that retro console thing as well.
Yeah.
You've got some guts to fight me.
Oh look. Gay monsters that are basically just dating sims. Fuck that. And believe me, I was thinking of other things I could have done, and the only other game I could think of that'd be fun to do that no one else has played is that Galgun game, but I think that would definitely get me taken off. Basically, if you've ever have you ever seen that he ends up acting in a porno movie in order to make money. I mean, he doesn't do anything, but he plays a character called Orgasmo who has a gun on his arm that shoots lasers that make people have orgasms and stuff. So he becomes a superhero. It's actually much more amusing than I'm making it sound. Because I think before they made South Park, they made a couple of other movies as well, like Cannibal the Musical and Basketball. Yeah, Galgun is just that. You go around shooting women with things that make them, well, orgasm and stuff. And I thought, if I have that on, I'm definitely going to get kicked off of YouTube.
It's all over. Hey! Like a kangaroo! Hey! Found an item.
Your life's gonna be over in 15 turns.
They'll just wait. You know for a fact they're going to make an N64 mini at some point. Kinda nervous about that. Okay, and we've also got to bring back Young Boy and Liquid Ethan and Haley Brandon.
Yeah.
Though I should warn you, I know for Haley Brandon you used RVD's moveset, but RVD isn't in the game this year, so that's a thing.
I'm so pumped! Let's do this! My turn. Don't mess with me. Now, who should I fight? I'll end this. I'll take credit for that one. Let's do our best next time, too.
Wonder if they'll make another South Park game in it next year or so.
I don't know.
I mean, Fractured Butthole was... Oh, look at the name of this place. Club Zeka. I wonder what that's trying to be a parody of.
Yeah.
Club Sega. Jingu Sakura Park. Nameless Ruins. Oral Station.
Let's try going here. I'm home.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting we're supposed to bring back Echo the Dolphin at some point.
Should be good for a
Yeah.
while.
I keep forgetting about that one. I never actually played any of Echo the Dolphin.
You can get it on the 3DS.
I know, I actually have it. I have the Mega Collection on the PS3 with Echo 1 and 2 in. I've just never really got round to it.
I finished this stylishly. There are too many of them.
What's wrong? I expected more from you, CPUs.
There are just too many. We're overwhelmed. Let's take cover in that building for now.
really
And I know we have a whole thing against the Nostalgia Critic at this point, but I did go back and watch his It reviews.
Calm yourself. Our objective is to
I
destroy
couldn't
the
resist.
Phantom
I love
and
his It
prevent
reviews.
Gearsy from leaving this world. We don't have to face her directly, or even fight her fairly. As long as our friends here escape, we can consider this battle won.
Alright, I get it now. If that's the case, then let's hurry it up and get him out of here. Nepsy, Gearsy, let's fall back to the terminal.
What? We're not even done here!
Yeah, Uzume, there's still lots of monsters.
Change of plan. I'll get you up to speed in a little bit. Just
I'm trying to think who else we need
It'll
to...
probably be a while before they can clear a path to the entrance.
oh yeah, will Gabriel Barnett be returning?
Jeez, that...
What should we do?
Yes, he will.
Wonderful.
I'm gonna transfer you guys now. Hurry and get inside the terminal.
Just a dang minute! No way! We can't just leave you with this horde right outside!
It's totally cool. Compared to that giant, these wimps don't mean a thing.
That must have been the
But
door
no
leading down.
Grandpa.
We have no time.
No.
Get in the terminal.
No, Grandpa's done now.
Gearsy, give Eastwar the transfer signal.
My
Oh, and the
preparations
hills.
are
The hills have still got to
I
turn
am
up.
aware of your situation via the
Yeah.
editor as well.
Okay, you two are in. Good. I didn't think our farewell would be this hectic, but hey, you stay safe when you get back, all right?
Only if you promise not to push yourself, Uzume.
I promise. As soon as you two leave, I'm gonna make a run for it.
I've found you, little brats.
Oh crap, she's already here. See you, Nepsy and Gearsy.
Transfer initiated.
I'm too late. You will pay for this with your life.
Uzume, watch out!
What?
Huh? Nepgear! Nepgear!
Oh, good Nicole.
I've arrived in the hyperdimension! Woohoo! Wait, this isn't the time to celebrate. Isty, it's an emergency! Wait. Isty? That's weird. She's usually in my face as soon as I walk in, barraging me with a weird combo of welcome home and random lectures. Hey! Isty! I'm here! Holy crackers! Isty's passed out! Hey, Isty, are you alright? Yikes! She's burning up!
Welcome home. I'm glad.
I'll go at least turn the oven off.
Safely.
No, because I need to take this
I'm
down
not
off of
important
it
at the
and
moment.
straight
Right
it back
now,
into
I'm just
the
worried about you. What happened?
Okay.
It is most embarrassing. But I tried my best to accomplish a task.
Oh, and we also, I take it we'll also be getting Brian Deadly and Mr. Crowley.
Isty, you were
Oh, yeah,
doing this
yeah.
for us?
Gotta have those guys. Will Brian Deadly be getting another redesign, or is he staying generally the same?
What? Did Isty just
He'll get a
join the
redesign.
circuit? Why
Nice.
isn't she getting back up? Oh, no, no,
I mean, I take it you have a plan for this whole
What should I do?
thing.
Jeez, Nep, what's this
I do.
racket about? You haven't even been back 5 minutes and you're making a
Oh, I'm gonna have. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna have fun with this three-corner tag team match thing.
Incredible timing. By the way, this girl here is Iffy. She
Hey,
works as a
shit.
guild agent in Planetoon, and
Yeah, that's
she's
Iffy. She's
old
based off of the
and
company Eve Software.
Hey, come on, don't
Apparently
get
that's the
weird.
thing.
Did you want to see us that badly? All right, get off it already. Stop crying and getting your snot all over me.
But Isty is...
Eastwar is what? Wait, Eastwar? Nep, what's going on?
Well, you see, then yada yada blah and...
This and that and the other thing, I see.
Ooh, just as I'd expect from you, Iffy. We're definitely kindred spirits, if you can understand that.
Whether we're kindred spirits really isn't important right now. We need to do something to help Eastwar. Nep, help me carry him. Alright, we've laid her down for now. This is pretty troubling. I've called Compa, but we don't know if the treatments we used are gonna work.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Iffy. Oh, welcome home, Nep-Nep.
Long time no see, Compa. Hmm? Well, you're not that worried about me being gone, perchance?
Well, this isn't really the first time you've disappeared without telling anyone, Nep-Nep. I figured you'd suddenly reappear eventually like you usually do.
Uh-huh. I can't tell whether you're really confident in me or if you just think I'm some kind of careless fool. This girl here is Compa. Just like Iffy, she's a great friend of mine. She's a newbie, but nursing is her current occupation, and she works in public hospitals.
Sorry for calling you so suddenly, Compa.
It's no big deal when it's a request from you, Iffy. And it's been quite a while since I've had a chance to see Nep-Nep.
So, do you think you can take a look at Eastwar? Her condition doesn't seem
You
to
know,
have
I'm oddly
evolved
getting
from
the
stuff I
urge.
texted you
Remember
about
when we
earlier?
did Life is Strange and we kept bringing back the drill sergeants?
But I think it'll be
Oh, yeah.
impossible with normal
I'm missing doing the drill sergeant stuff, so I've seen this thing where they did Star Wars but replaced Darth Vader with the drill sergeant.
CPU from forever ago.
Yes, indeedy.
Choke yourself!
It was a CPU named SC or SG. Or
I miss doing that stuff and picking on David.
There might be a user's manual for this floating around somewhere.
Driving a bus! What the fuck is wrong with you?
Troubleshooting information might be able to help us out.
A user's manual? Even if one existed, I really doubt it's still around here.
You've gotta be shitting me!
Yes, seriously, she's not some run-of-the-mill consumer electronics device, so there isn't... Wait, there totally is an instruction
You're
manual.
getting bitched around by a pothead!
No joke, Iffy.
Here's my gun! Shoot yourself! You've obviously got no goddamn dignity and killing you is a kindness!
Let's hop to it. Let's find the manual.
I'm tired.
And every time David kept getting killed.
Yeah, oh god, I loved that. You gotta be shitting me.
I'm Esha. Well met.
Every time he dies, he meets up with the ghost of the drill sergeant.
What is your major malfunction, shit dick?
Oh my fucking god, you died again!
You died again! Why? Why do I even goddamn bother? So yeah, these are all the characters I have at this point. So yeah, this is the Xbox woman, Vert. And hold on. Yeah, so that's Neptune, that's Noir, she's the PlayStation representative. That's the Wii, that's the Xbox One. Netgear, who's the Game Gear. That's meant to be a PSP. These two are meant to be DS's. That's older Neptune. I don't know what these ones are. These four are actually meant to represent. They're meant to represent something in the game industry, but I'm not exactly sure what. I seem to think she's meant to be a representation of Square Enix. If you look close enough, you can just about make out Squall Leonhardt.
Oh god.
What?
Squall Leonhardt.
Yeah. Steamax. I think these are meant to be representations of game companies. R4, Neptunia, Million Arthur, God Eater, which is based off the God Eater games. I don't actually know which ones they're meant to be. They're not as, they don't really go as simple as what the other characters are meant to be.
I won't allow anyone to scratch my beautiful skin.
Oh. I think for now we're going to call it hit. This is the perfect time to stop it.
Okay.
So, sorry there hasn't been much going on. Again, that was just the prologue, and as an RPG it just goes on. I'm not sure how much of it you got. But hopefully I'll be able to do this again soon, so anyone who is watching, thank you for joining us, and follow Ian on his Atop the Grey Wall channel, where we'll be
Within
doing...
the Grey Walls.
Within the Grey Walls, sorry, I was thinking of something else. Sorry, my bad. So yeah, don't know where that one came from, sorry Ian. Yeah, so follow Ian and follow Ollie on Ollie Games, and we'll see you soon. Bye.